Welcome. So yeah, we just pulling more Blurple Croc out of the archives. This is a matchup against Ivankov. And it's weird. You see a hand like that, might look terrible, but is it really when it comes to the Blurple Croc? This leader. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the best we can do. Well, that is a blue deck. We probably could have got away with summoning Sasaki and then potentially using him to ramp. These old cards, man, they're just like, what do you call it? Overbalanced, in my opinion. Because it's like really a 2K that's three. This app is apping. Yeah, that's OD. Okay, anyway. A 2K that can only help you ramp if you attack and discard a card and the card comes rested. It's like then fast forward to all these newer ramping cards and we're getting like we just got more bring the Dawn active type of cards. You know, so that's the Zorojoro, Kid, Bon Clay. It's like the values being redefined now. It's funny. The strength of this deck is resources, being able to claim more resources, and being able to just be extra defensive. Ah, interesting. Well, I guess that's going to help us get board presence. It's going to allow us to be aggressive a little bit. Bottom deck that. Still got an extra Dawn for defense. That's a nice play. And we could basically switch over to offense. Okay, so we're going to keep our character active. Another 5. So if we do play our event, we can look at the top 3 again and still get a draw. It's funny, at this point it looks bad, but I think it could potentially become real good because Mr. 1. I mean, at this point we have to play him, right? So it probably would be a good idea to swing with double fingers. Is that enough Dawn? Yeah, right? Swing with double fingers, swing with lead, play Mr. 1. So it gives them something to attack. We should have a Dawn up for defense. Are we going to be more aggressive? Okay. I mean, they're going to take it. They still have 5 life, 4 cards in hand. Unless they're really itching to get their hand size low. I'm sure they're going to take it. That's why I think 2 6K swings would have been efficient. But the fact that they're thinking about it is interesting. Well, it is an Ivankov leader, so I'm sure they do want to get their hand down. Okay, they end up taking it. Oh my god. We get a 10 drop. Yeah, I don't think we need to search this late in the game anymore. And we got plenty of 2K power in our hand. So we can get our hand low. So we can, re-engage with our leader ability. Our counter swing is going to be real. Ivankov was always an interesting deck to me. It's like the thought of playing at 0 like that, but I always thought it was just risky as well. I mean, I think everybody can understand the risk behind playing a deck that wants you to go to 0 cards in hand and didn't necessarily have a decent enough engine to encourage you to, not even encourage. Well, yeah, you could say that. It didn't have a decent enough engine to encourage you to just play at 0 like that. That Inazuma helps, but yeah, you got no defense. Like, defense is just out the window at that point. Dad, look at that board. Okay, we go for the block. Now our counter swing should be pretty decent. Yeah, the draws is looking pretty tough, but our defense is still strong. Oh, we got rid of this. Oh, for counter power. I got you. Yeah, this deck can be monstrous on defense, but we got to develop some offense right now. I think the proper play is just to probably use the Mr. 1, swing on Croc, see if it sticks, or swing on Ivankov. That, it doesn't matter, and then bounce Luffy with 10 drop. But yeah, this is what Ivankov basically always wanted, is to be able to have a board like this and have life, or have, like, just to be stable. But that meta Ivankov was fighting in was a very aggro meta, very aggro. So by the time you even got to this board state, where, you know, the board state that you want, you didn't have enough. You just didn't have. Or we can, well, oh, okay then. If it goes through, it goes through. Okay, it doesn't. So yeah, basically you wanted a very aggressive board state where it's like you have the life and it's, everything is safe. If we can keep our 3,000 worlds, then yeah, this is going to be a big turnaround. Big turnaround. Ah, boo. I'll get rid of the Mr. 1. But you could chuck the 3,000 worlds and the event, and then he gets an extra boost, but maybe that's a little excessive. I'll chuck the Mr. 1. Okay, we chuck our blocker. So the scary part is, and I'm sure they're also in their head debating it right now. At this point, I feel like they have to commit to all the swings on Mr. 1, but they probably want to play something. Yeah, they probably want to play something, and they're trying to keep that Don count in the right spot. And now they'll have to commit, which they can because our hand is empty. They would have to commit to just Don stacking their lead to guarantee Mr. 1 off the board. And the beautiful thing is they didn't realize that he was going to get pumped. Now, we have plenty of Don for a super strong counter swing. Yeah, he's lucky we chose to protect Mr. 1 the way we did. Because, yeah, it would have been Don, swing, 3,000 worlds, lose Croc anyway. You're going to lose Ivankov anyway with this 12k swing. Huh. Decisions. But yeah, just, you would have just lost 2 characters. This play would have been 2 characters gone instantly. I'm wondering why we're not swinging with the Kaido yet, because I feel like it wouldn't matter. Like, no matter how you try to piece the Dawn out. Well, we could test the luck. You know what? We probably could have just swung closer to even a little bit. Like we swung for 8. Because right now the board situation is basically the same thing when you think about it. It's like he just needs the one card. So if we swung for 8, okay, at least it would have been forcing him to drop 2Ks, and we could have, you know, oh, no blocker. Okay then. We're definitely losing Mr. One. Oh no! Oh no! 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 We should be losing Kaido. That's probably the swing. We should be losing Kaido. Now, this is a weird situation to be in because we're about to lose our boss card. We chucked our whole hand for defense, which, oh my god. Highly recommend the only person you swing with, and I don't think they're gonna do this, but oh, okay, understandable. I was gonna say just Dawn miss double fingers and lead, and just let those two swing, and then just put Ivankov in a very uncomfortable position because they Croc v Croc. Because yeah, just put Ivankov in a very uncomfortable position because, like, respectfully, they was just they would just not really have any way to take out our characters unless they draw, Red Rock. That's about it. They would have to deal with that. Our hand is ramp. Okay, cool. I was gonna say our hand is efficient enough to chuck the searcher. Oh, look at that, delicious. We probably could have just attached Dawn and then swung. I mean, now worst case scenario is a bottom deck. Back in the day, worst case scenario was a Bon Clay bounce. Okay, this hand is looking pretty strong in my personal opinion. But yeah, just to recap on that last round, it probably would in the long run was better to just get rid of the Mr. One, and then what do you call it? Get rid of the Mr. I mean, let the Mr. One go, right? Let it get KO'd from the attacks, and then just play your next Mr. One, and just counter attack and all that good stuff. Yeah, we wouldn't have been at like no hand situation or resources. They would have attacked the life. We would have been able to just get more resources, and that would have just made things more complicated for the opponent in the long run. Yeah, so overprotecting can be hazardous. It worked out in our favor. All right, we got 8 Dawn active. We around the corner from a 10 drop. That makes sense. Guarantee it off the board. It would be crazy to try to protect that. And they're debating. We got too many 10 drops. Yeah, you could check a 10 drop. Ah, interesting. We feel that confident to just keep bouncing 10 drop. I mean, keep playing 10 drops. We probably could though. Because they're gonna have to. I mean, they're probably gonna play on curve, and then or whatever, and then they're gonna still have what's his name in play. That's interesting. I wouldn't even have attacked with it. I would have just let it sit. So we must want the opponent to attack it. You would have to use the effect, yeah, and discard something if you wanted to play it and break even. Oh my god. They didn't even develop board. What the insanity of it all. That's kind of hilarious. We got the most minuscule value on a 10 drop. That's just so crazy to me. The funny thing is, being that we got another 10 drop in our hand, and playing that blocker puts them in a situation where if they're forced to develop another character, if they're going to, that is in our target range. So we should be able to bounce 2 characters if they choose to play somebody. And at this point, they should be trying to develop board, but they decide not to. And it's weird because they don't know how much this like low-key helps us. Yeah, get rid of the Miss Sunday. And then just, there you go. That's it. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Do they not have anything worth it in their hand? Or are they trying to read another 10 drop play is the only thing I could think of. Oh, they're loaded with events. Okay. This is coming off as like a old school Croc deck. And what I mean by that is I really felt like originally they wanted the blue Croc to be about events. Well, both of these Crocs are about events, but if you see the Baroque Works package, they care about events. It's just events was never strong enough. Or the Baroque Works was never strong enough low drops. Like they probably could have just came out with a lot of low drops that what did we lose? Oh, the blocker. They probably could have came out with a lot of low drops that just had good base stats. You know, 3 drop 5k, 3 drop 5k, 4 drop 6k, maybe no counter. We could take that. You're about to lose a lot of hand. I would keep that. I would keep it. Okay, great. We're drawn into some counter power. So both characters can get bounced, and Borsellino cannot target our board. So they are in a very bad situation. The importance of developing boards sometimes. The only thing I can think of is they were trying to read another 10 drop, maybe. I don't know. But now they know definitely they're going to get hit with another 10 drop. And this is the terror that they intended this Kaido to be. But people have strayed away from, I think, what Bandai wanted out of this card game, which is they probably really expect a constant flow of low drops with a mix of high drops. Like, when I say a mix, like playing like a casual 5 in the deck and just constant 3s and 4s and 3s and 4s and 5s. But there's no draw power to be able to sustain like a reasonable low drop deck. It would work like Zoro because it's search and always replace the cards you play. Right, so it could work in context, but it's like at the same time we're not provided with a way to replenish resource, so therefore it's like nobody can make a deck like that can actually compete. Well, it would have been fun if we had like a card to remove the blocker, but we don't. The terror that is 10 drops. I promise you. They're terrorizing. The stat lines is just, yeah, you know, in the long run, there was no chance. But anyway, yeah, going back to that Kaido and his effectiveness, I know in their heart they thought there was going to be a lot of plays where Kaido's just bouncing 2 cards back. And then you get these scenarios and it's like, I don't want to bounce their searcher back. What the heck? I don't want to bounce their 2K counter back. What in the world? It's like, or you just don't even have a good target. Or they got like 2 5-drops. So you got to eat that loss in value. Dang. I don't even know if these are the same decks. I'll be honest with everybody. Like I said, we're just pulling videos from the archives at the moment. Figured might as well, you know, get them out there for when we did Croc Week. But yeah, I wish 10-drop Kaido was somehow stronger, but then again, maybe that's not what we need. I don't know. It just don't feel right? There's like a lot of, when you look at blue and purple, I think I mentioned this once upon a time, their boss character selection is poor. Because you can't tell me like the go-to boss character in purple isn't 9-drop Kaido. That's it. And being that a lot of purple decks don't do good with ramping, that's like, it's like it's not even a good look anyway. Then what else? And then when you go to blue, sure, we got more bigger bodies, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not counting right now. But it's just like they've never proved effective enough to really take a game over. You have to, like, draw Kaido is a win more Kaido. You have to be in a nice position for that draw 4 to even benefit you like that. Alright, so, okay. Definitely understand this build. This build is just simply about cycling your events. But it looks like we have a healthy number of character cards, which is kind of funny. See, you're supposed to be comfortable trashing the event and then just using characters like Miss Sunday to just get them back. But it seems like our player is not comfortable, and I guess I get that. It's not quite comfortable losing out on the events. They don't know what events to just start chucking. Like right now, yeah, we could probably get rid of that. They play Dragon. So you could probably just get rid of... Maybe we want to put in play, I guess. Oh, we got 2. That's an adequate number. I would play put in. The only problem is the defense right now. Is what is our defensive option? I would recommend a blocker as well. Yeah. And then hope whatever happens for the turn. Yeah, we can't, because we're not going to get rid of Dragon. Okay, I respect that play. And get some pressure out of it. They just took everything. Hopefully they choose to attack our Sogu King. Defense, offense. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed, to be honest. We're going to protect it. Yeah, that Gravity Tiger is looking like the way. Ooh, I get it. Because he's probably not going to be able to protect Zoro twice. And if this lets us get the Zoro off the board, that's fantastic. Yup, fantastic. That's doo-doo. Yeah, that's doo-doo. Wait, there's no point in... Okay. Well, we could definitely get cards out of their hand. You can attack that Sanji, yeah. Get that Sanji off the board before it terrorizes you. We have enough Dawn to make a reasonable play this turn. We definitely do. Oh, they decide to protect. Yeah, I felt like that should have been the first play. Okay. Oh my god. Everything is dangerous. Everything. This whole scenario is just outright dangerous. That can help us win potentially. Because respectfully, they can't... If we can survive this turn... They didn't go for the ability? That's insane. Wow. That's insane. They don't understand what they just did. That's crazy. Because technically we could... Now we can actually just bounce the Hina back. Potentially pump our Mr. 1 and have 4 attacks that can go through. They only got 2 cards in hand at the moment. See the other part of this debate is, when will they use the Hina? When will they use the Hina? Because in terms of Dawn efficiency, it's probably just way better to just put us. Oh, you're gonna play that out now? Because then that's just gonna tell them completely what you're doing. Oh wow. I think 7-drop Croc can go at this point in the game. And then if you really feel like you might not be able to, you have a blocker. Yeah, they have to let that one go. Oh my god, they didn't let that one go. Oh. What? And they picked the wrong one. I can tell you that right now. They picked the wrong character. But what a trigger. Oh wait, it doesn't do base power. Forgive me. So that was pretty much the best target they had. Oh, we won. Okay, my brain was just like, oh no, what happened? What how we? But no, everything was good. Everything worked out. That pudding attack helped us because he chucked that 2K to protect it, not having that defense that he ended up needing. Gee.